It's a power hour. Ba-da-doo-doo. Ba-da-doo-doo. Ba-da-doo-doo.
And that's what you get trying to harmonize over the internet.
Venus. I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Andrew.
It's kind of a last minute power hour because we were supposed to have Ben Bolin on.
Benny boy.
But I guess they found
instead.
out. They found out that he wanted us to know some stuff.
Hold him.
Huh?
Hold him.
And they pulled him.
He boarded a red-eye flight.
Yeah,
He's probably not coming back.
Yeah.
Got too close.
I bet that plane crashes. I'm kidding.
Just kidding, Ben.
I'm sure he's fine.
We'll reschedule. We hope.
Yeah, so because we didn't have anything planned, power hour instead.
Yeah, we're just going to talk about our feelings.
Yeah.
Round table
I
session.
got a lot of problem with you people.
You're going to hear about it. It's airing of grievances.
We're having Festivus. Yeah.
Is Festivus started already?
Yeah.
I got
one
a
of my
fucking
favorite
bar over there I can lift.
one
Feats
of my
of strength.
one of the best comments someone wrote on one of the videos on YouTube is like on the one that said "Dance back," and it was like you're like I have returned. Someone commented and said I miss the old Dan.
Pretty good.
I thought I was like that's a good jab. That was funny. So there's some good comments. But yeah, let us know you've been enjoying our shorts and stuff that we're putting out. Let us know if you like those. We'll keep them coming. Seems like they're getting tons of views. So, hopefully get some more listeners.
Or some watchers, at least.
Or some watchers.
Or both.
Whatever. We're making our $5.78 off YouTube this month.
Yeah, no big deal. Raking in the dough.
Big money.
I was thinking about the Carl Higdon or the Zanfretta case, and both of them
At the same time.
Say you get say you guys tomorrow night, like you go out, let your dog out or whatever, you get picked up, right? Some giant green men with drill hands come out, grab you, and
That's
take you away. And
That's it.
yeah, well, I'm just saying
It's going to be difficult for
either
them.
way.
They have drill hands. Like,
They got drill fist. One guy has drill fist.
Yeah. And then, you wake up in the morning where a couple hours later, just face down in the grass. Like, what's your next steps? What do you think you guys would do in that situation?
Like if I woke up, I blacked out, I'm on the ground.
Yeah, like you remember
You're
seeing
prone
something
on the ground.
and you're prone on the ground and you're like, it's like 2.5 hours later.
I would unclench my ass cheeks.
I think instinctively just
Yeah.
you would check yourself out. Quick check. Start at the back.
Yeah.
Work your way up.
oh, you check your wallet, cell phone, and usually stuff
they
that you
rob
check
us.
for after a heavy night of drinking.
But like, if you're convinced, you're like,
protocol.
Like, so
You're like,
you remember.
You remember that?
you're like, you're like, well, you remember seeing something? You're like, I saw something. And then I saw a bright light. Then I woke up face down. Like, who do you tell? Like, knowing what we know and how people are ridiculed and where this kind of goes, like, what are your steps to try to make sure that if you knew this was 100% encounter, what are the steps that you take to try to make sure that
Well, first
People
off, I'd have
believe
to take steps towards fucking repairing my marriage as to why I fucking disappeared for a night and didn't call anybody.
Step one.
That would, yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah, UFO? Sure.
Yeah. Why are you limping?
Yeah.
I'm running to the top ropes. I'm screaming it on the podcast right away. I'm telling everyone. I'm getting the news out
Yeah.
right away. I'm calling the news networks. I'm doing the full tour.
Yeah,
I would
right
doing
away.
the full tour right away.
myself- I'd convince myself I was a werewolf. I'd be like, that's the only explanation. Wolfed out. That's it.
Because if it does
there's no
happen
way
to you-
I got fucking probed. Nope.
It's gonna deny till you die.
Oh yeah.
But say if you want to be believed, you gotta get the story out right away. Like this happened yesterday. You wake up, you're either try and write it down or record it, put it on the podcast, get it out there right away. So there's the gaps in your story are minimal at best.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I think I do the same. The hard part for me is like getting this story out there. And because one of the things that I think I would try to do is I would try to share my story and my experience as much as can without directly. I wouldn't want to. I would try as much as I could to not directly get money from my story. So,
But he'd be sitting out, he'd be outside waving a fucking jar with a sign being like, hey, give me $1, I'll tell you my story.
And tell you my UFOs. No, I'd have some merch though, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you got to support yourself in your career to get the truth out there.
And your endeavors.
I mean, if to make money on the alien abduction circuit now, you have to at least publish a book. At least you have to do that.
No, we're going to publish.
Like, you
we're going
gotta
to
put in
publish a
some money
really
to put
good. We're going to do an audiobook, Dan, of the event.
Sure. So you got to publish some type of media to get your story out there. If you really wanted to, if you potentially wanted to.
Well, a podcast is media. I mean, you get paid for podcasting. You're getting it out there.
There you go.
You probably
next step, we get our own like alien fire fest. We could have somewhere in a field and Braden's parents' property. We can have it there.
Yeah.
No toilets.
Everybody gets shitty sandwiches and may or may not get attacked by wild dogs or coyotes. Oh man, I saw that story about fucking Canadian coyotes are like hunting moose now. Like they analyze their behavior or something.
Yeah, they found. I think I can't remember when it was. It was like 2019 where that musician from BC, she got killed by coyotes, and it was like the first time in North America where there's been like there was a
predatory
toddler
attack
that got eaten. There was a toddler that died in the 80s from a coyote. And this is the first time like a grown adult was murdered by coyotes. And so they've been studying it for the longest time to figure out like why this happened. And like Dan's saying, they were starting to evolve to hunt big prey.
Those
because
fuckers.
there's no other prey.
They've been modifying their behavior to hunt moose. And then they could potentially, they say they potentially could start seeing hikers and they may have seen it as a source of food.
Yeah,
like easy prey.
Dan, in there's a park in Vancouver, Stanley Park, and this park is surrounded. It's not like this park's attached to other park. It's surrounded by city, and there's coyotes that live in this park.
One of the biggest cities in the province.
Yeah.
Not only is it surrounded by, it's surrounded by Vancouver, but on the other end of the park, which that doesn't connect to the woods, it just connects to a huge bridge, and they walk across the bridge and live in the park.
Yeah, and they started to attack people in the park.
They closed the park for a bit.
They had to close the park, and they're like, "Sorry, we have to kill all the coyotes."
Yeah.
Because
what I want to know is like
we had a coyote attack here. Like
how do we?
So
like if you don't know how big of I don't know if most people listeners have actually seen a moose in real life.
Huge.
They're like a fucking dinosaur.
Unbelievable.
It's like literally they're fucking gigantic. So I'm wondering like
something
these coyotes.
They're stuff out of the ice age. Like
here's my question: like, do these coyotes do they kind of go like Voltron and combine to make a bigger coyote to take out a fucking moose? Like how the fuck does it take out a moose?
I think it's more they take the babies.
Well, some of
it's like
some of the reports were full grown
moose.
I find it hard
but
to
it wouldn't be no different.
Mooses.
It wouldn't be any different than like wolves, where it's like they just keep chasing.
They're persistence predators
and attacking the back of the legs to the point where they can't
bleed
walk.
out.
I know, but very rarely do.
So they play a long game.
But very rarely do moose hunt like a huge moose. They would hunt the sick, the small, the weak, the ones at the back.
They ate a woman. That's fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
Like, they're like, my dog's bigger than a fucking coyote.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
but dude, they
60-pound
coyotes
I saw
do
some
weird
pictures
shit.
of coyotes that get pretty big.
Dude,
not the ones
I remember
we have
when I lived in West Kelowna and we would take my dog Roxy at the time out there, a coyote would sit in the bush and it would like yip. It would like yip at the dog. But there was other coyotes waiting in the wings.
Oh, they're waiting,
right?
Fucking
and as the dog
raptors.
come close, they'd come flying out at her. And then as she'd run, there'd be more that like try to cut her escape off. And you'd be running with sticks, like screaming, trying to like scare them away.
Yeah,
it's
I've saved a kitty.
They're evolving to kill us. We're next.
Oh, but I could see you out there with your sticks banging, and the next thing you know, you're fucking cornered by them. There's like, clever girl.
Yeah. Fucking shredded.
Yeah. Like that's it.
Once they forge a symbiotic relationship with Sasquatch, and it's all over.
Game over.
What's crazy too, because coyotes, I think it's only coyotes and rats are the only animal to like thrive with human expansion. Like coyotes only used to be in like a small percentage of North America. Now they're everywhere, in every region, every suburb, every woods. They just follow us around, eating our
cats.
Well, not wild cats though. Like there's no like wild
domestic cats. Plenty of stray cats.
Yeah, but they're not. They're living in the woods. Like they're not.
Yeah, they're not like Australia. Like there's kitties, wild kitties in Australia. Here, most of them, they're all pussies.
Yeah, they don't survive. The coyotes eat them.
Yeah. Which, I've had to pull my kitty out of the mouth.
Bring in the coyotes to take care of your feral cat problem.
That's not. Hey, listen. Hey, boys, listen. New York, we'll lend you some coyotes. We'll take care of that rat problem.
I don't know. Those rats might take my fucking.
Yeah, that's true.
Might take out those coyotes on the other hand.
Imagine they teamed up though and took over New York City.
We had rabid coyotes being ridden by rats.
Fucking rat coyote hybrids running around. Koi rats. What do they call them? They call the koi wolf. They have the koi wolf, right?
Call them the roadies
or whatever.
All the tails, like what is it? A rat king where all their tails are intertwined? Except add that a coyote swinging them around on the tail, getting bit from both ends. Yeah,
the coyotes like whipping rats, like launching them through windows and stuff, so they can fucking. Oh god.
What else we got? What else we got for this power? What else were we going to talk about tonight?
It was just tagged to, I think, the Facebook group of a rock Ness monster that was found.
What? You have a picture of this?
Rock Ness. I did have a picture. I read it. I thought it was a typo at first.
You thought it was some. You thought it was some Asian article.
Why? Can you not fucking deep throat your wine bottle? It's way too sexual for the podcast. You're doing that thing
How do you
again.
get the loose?
There's a drop on your bottle, and you fucking just give it a quick little clean every time. It's the worst.
What do? You just let it drip? Oh my god.
Anyways,
that's where you and I differ, my friend. I don't let a drop go to waste. I take it all.
The fuck is that thing?
That's the rock Ness monster.
It's fucking gross.
That's hideous.
I saw that in that article. The article I was reading about it. There's like somebody was like, I could fit my whole fist inside its mouth. I'm like, you walked up to that thing and you put your fist, like that thing's been dead for a while.
Yeah.
You're like, first thing I'm gonna do is put my fist inside its mouth. Like, I don't think so. But
yeah, look at those teeth. Fuck that.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's definitely a rock Ness monster. What else could it be? Come on.
Dude, I don't know if like a month goes by where I don't see some picture of some hideous fish I've never seen before, to be honest.
I think most of the prosaic explanation is that it's a pike, some type of pike. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Pikes are weird looking. I've seen some pictures of them like just close to the top of the water or whatever.
They're like barracudas, freshwater barracudas.
Terrifying.
It's like there's pike.
They got the eyes. I mean, because they're like alligators. They got like the eyes on top of their head, like so. Because whatever, like what they hunt from like underneath,
from below.
Like
attack shit.
So they got their eyes on top of their head and stuff. Look like fucking alligator fish.
That does look like
I remember
fish.
You guys remember? I don't know if you guys remember, but like, you remember when like snakeheads were the big thing? Whatever happened?
Were they because they were jumping lake to lake?
Going lake to lake.
Yeah, they were making that a big deal.
Giant snakehead.
Yeah, you know what happened?
Do you know how many fucking snakehead terror movies there's like bad science fiction movies about snakeheads there are? There's like 4 or 5 of them.
It was all the talk.
Back when
they'll
it was
live out of the water.
Yeah, man.
They flip-flop to the next lake.
Was it? We put too much fertilizer in the pond and the snakeheads got it and now they're giant and they hunger for human flesh. And you're like, what the fuck? This is a problem. This is going to be a real issue in a couple years. And then it's like, I haven't heard anything about snakeheads.
I don't think they made it very far north.
Same with that. Remember like, it was probably like 5-6 years ago, it was like the African killer bees. Killer wasps or whatever that were coming. There was eight times the size.
Oh, the murder hornet.
Murder hornets. Yeah. Homicide hornets.
Yeah.
Right?
It was murder.
What happened to those?
I had to Google what a fucking snake's head was. I've never heard. That's the first time.
You've never heard them?
Yeah, you don't remember that.
They were.
That's what I think. I was like, it was more around my area, like the kind of like the middle state.
I think I'm like just blissfully ignorant. I hear this kind of stuff and I'm like, I don't like that. I'm gonna tone that out.
And then it's like, dude, they eat those fish like over in Thailand. Like they have those tickets and they got them like they're roasting them on the side of the road. And then like I'm like, why aren't people just eating these things? But yeah, that was like the big thing for a while. And there was a whole bunch of. I just remember there's like Snakehead Terror. There's Frankenfish. There's like a couple movies that are all like about like out of control snakeheads, mutated snakeheads taking over to the ponds and swamps and eating people.
Maybe they have taken over and people it's been hushed out because no one wants to scare anyone.
Well, that's
tourism would drop.
What they do is they
get in the orifice.
butthole. Yeah, they swim up your butthole and they take over your brain.
then the only way you can tell is those little sharp teeth, right? And that's how you know they're controlling people.
So you got like fish hooks on one, open up their mouth so you can see their teeth. That's how you check.
Yeah.
Only person who can stop them is Josh Hart. Was it Josh Hartnett was in the faculty?
Yeah, Josh Hartnett was in the faculty.
Josh Hartnett in the faculty.
Yeah, he was.
That's a good question.
Movie.
He can stop them with pens full of something, baking soda or something. I can't remember.
This white wine is not going down very well tonight.
Speaking of movies, completely random. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Secret of the Ooze, second movie.
Sure.
Great. Loved it. It gets a lot of flack. I don't know why. It was a personal favorite growing up. Love, Go Ninja. Great song. Anyways, beginning of the movie, April O'Neil is going into her apartment building and she's stopped by, one would suspect, like a husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. Boyfriend begins to kind of flirt with April O'Neil. Girlfriend, significant other, whatever, partner, pipes up. And it's like just right away you can tell it's kind of just a little bit of that New York fucking twang to it, a little bitchy. You're like, I recognize that voice. Got a little, press pause, got a little closer. It's fucking young Susie Green.
Is it?
Oh, really?
It's a young Susie Green. I couldn't believe it. I haven't confirmed on IMDb, but I don't think I have to. I know
what
Susie
the fuck?
Green. Yeah.
Donatello.
Yeah. Right? I couldn't believe it. It was awesome.
You fucking prick.
Yeah, exactly. Listen.
You turtle fuck.
She is my fucking favorite, dude.
Great character.
Dude,
She's the best.
Yeah, bring him back. Let's do another one. I want Susie Green chewing out the turtles. My life would be complete.
Well, she chews out her old man, right?
Splinter, you rat fuck.
She fucking kills me, dude. She's my favorite character. I die every time she's on.
You sit here with your karate shit. You live in a sewer.
Isn't there like another season of Curb coming out?
I hope so. The last season was great.
I
actually haven't seen it. I haven't finished it yet.
Which
is funny.
I was stuck on after the Seinfeld, was it season 7 Seinfeld reunion show?
Yeah, where there's a reunion.
And then it paused. It paused for a few years, and then I haven't watched it since it came back. So I got some binging.
Yeah. The last season's really good. Goes to war with
when your kids eventually grow up and discover the Mario movie, the new one that's coming out, how many of you are going to tell them the sequel? Like, there's a sequel to it, and it's going to be the Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo one.
Oh, that's the only one that's going to be playing in my house. We're not watching the next one.
Buddy, it's so funny because the worst part about it is like I've seen memes where it's like the Brazilian dub of Mario sounds more like Mario than Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Like, have you guys heard the Brazilian dub?
I don't understand.
It's me, Mario.
I haven't even seen. What's the first version? What's wrong with his version?
Just Chris Pratt just being like,
it's just him being him. Not an Italian plumber.
It's me,
as
Mario.
Someone with some, with some thick cheeks, I was very excited to see finally we were going to be represented on screen, and they pancaked Mario.
Really,
listen, buddy. Hey,
they pancaked him. He's all ass and gut, and they pancaked him.
Hey, listen, you guys had your day in anything that was made by Pixar. Pixar, everybody's got a fucking dumper.
Everyone does.
Yeah. Not the men, though. Not the men.
Oh,
not
just
the men.
Women.
Right?
Well, you're built like a Pixar mom, is what you're saying.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, right. I'm built like a Pixar mom, and I was about to finally get some male representation of. Of my affliction.
Hey, listen, those fucking guys in the chairs on Wall-E. I mean, it's pretty close.
Yeah, big guts, but no ass, right?
Yeah, because it's buried in the chair.
Not all of us have gluteal. What's that? What does Hank have? What does Hank Hill have? Gluteus
minimus?
No, he has some sort of affliction. I can't remember.
He's got atrophied ass cheeks.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Just bone. You're just sitting on
tailbone. Just two saggy fucking ass cheeks.
No, not this guy, man. A couple hams.
Prize hams, bud.
Yeah, prized hams. Yeah. You serve these for Christmas dinner.
Christmas is ruined.
Yeah. Christmas is canceled.
So yeah, I thought that was important for everybody to know. You guys want to stay on Hollywood?
Sure.
Yeah, let's
stay in Hollywood then.
Why not?
We're going to keep in Hollywood. I'm going to tell you, we're going to have to go back. We're going to go back to about 1996. All right?
If this somehow loops around to the curse is over, I'm going to be fucking very disappointed.
Listen, it had nothing to do with it. But do you want to talk about the curse? Because we can.
No, we don't want to talk about the curse. Anymore.
Everybody gives a shit that the curse is over. It's over.
They have to win a playoff game. We said that.
It's coming. Okay. Dude.
Hey, I hope so. Just for you. It's coming. Just for you. Just for you.
All right. It was the night of August 8th, 1996, and the cast and crew of the Titanic, which included James Cameron, producer John Landau, stars Bill Paxton, and Susie Amos. I'm not sure who that is. I have to look her up. We're ready to wrap the scenes that they were filming in the present day era, right? Like the old ladies, well, it's been 84 years or whatever, which drops the thing in the water, right?
Yeah.
So they're wrapping up that part of the film. They were filming it in...
What a selfish bitch, first off.
I know.
You're going to throw the heart of the ocean back in there? It's a historical piece.
Not even that. You could have donated it.
Yes.
Not to a museum. Donate it to the poor people. Fix
right? Whatever.
Anyways.
Right? You could have done so much other things. You just cast away. They were looking for it.
Yeah.
Right? You didn't
but you know what? Listen, it created jobs. Looking for created jobs. So they were filming at night.
It fits with her character because Jack could have fit. Right? Jack could have fit on that with her. Right? I gotta keep the gem dry.
Whoa, that old bitch was Rose?
Wasn't she?
Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah.
In the movie, yeah.
That was old Rose.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not even sure
she's telling her story, and that's what the fucking flashback is back to the Titanic.
I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure I made it through the first VHS. Like there's two. It was a double-decker. The only double-decker VHS I watched as a kid was Scarface.
Braveheart.
That was it.
Braveheart was a double-decker.
Yeah, that's right, too. So Scarface, Titanic. Anyways, Shearwater, which was right across the street from Halifax Bay. And they're filming at midnight. They broke for lunch. A local catering company had provided, among other options, chowder. Little chowder. So now there's a little contention. James Cameron says it was a mussel chowder. Paxton said it was a clam chowder. But the police report...
Wait, what?
The police report stated that it was a lobster chowder. Oh, we're getting into that.
Wait. I've got some question about why the police were called.
I'm trying to paint a little fucking. You're like, huh? Your ears prick up.
Yeah, they did prick up. I was like, how bad was this chowder?
You're about to find out.
Did someone die on set?
Listen, boys.
All right. Listening.
More than 60 people ate that chowder, and it didn't take long for the effects to take hold. Cameron, who initially thought the shellfish might have contained a paralytic shellfish neurotoxin, which is extremely dangerous. I've seen someone post about it. It's awful.
Sounds bad.
Immediately stepped away from the set and vomited. He said when he returned to the set, there was nobody there. I was standing at the monitors near the camera and the room was empty. It was like the Twilight Zone, he stated. So when he learned to track people down, I said, some people were laughing, some people were crying, some people were throwing up. This is Bill Paxton. 1 minute I felt okay. The next minute I felt so goddamn anxious I wanted to breathe in a paper bag.
Game over.
I know. You stole my joke, you fucker. I was going to do that.
Game over, man.
Game over. The chaotic scene at the Dartmouth General Hospital makes for one of history's best stories. Everyone infected was presenting... I lost my place. I fucked it up. So anyways, this is from one of the co-workers explaining the scene at the hospital. Eventually, we all got put in these cubicles with curtains around us, but no one wanted to stay in the cubicles. Everyone was out in the aisles and jumping around into other people's. People had a lot of energy. Some people were in wheelchairs flying down the hallways. It was like everyone was high. James Cameron was stabbed in the face by a crew member with a pen.
Interesting. Why?
Okay. People were moaning, crying, wailing, collapsed on tables and gurneys. Members of the crew had started a conga line and were marching around the emergency department.
All that acid.
Still operating under the assumption that the crew had a very, very weird case of food poisoning, the hospital staff asked them to ingest liquid charcoal. The police were called later in the afternoon and a toxology report was done, which revealed they all tested positive for PCP.
What?
Someone powdered PCP into it?
Somebody fucking laced the chowder
with PCP.
With PCP.
Of all drugs.
This is 100% real and 100% happened.
I can't tell if
All
you're
right, so
serious.
I don't know if you guys know.
How
but
old was Leonardo DiCaprio in this movie?
Like
he wasn't in this scene.
Oh.
This is the present day stuff. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you guys have heard much about James Cameron, but this guy's like a notorious fucking asshole.
Yeah,
Super hard to work with. Like filming days with him are excruciating. It's crazy long hours. He was hard on people. Like, remember when he was making fucking Aquaman with Vinny Chase?
Right.
Super fucking hard. Right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people suspect that, one of the crew members
Had
was
enough.
recently fired, went to try and get revenge with him, and everybody knows revenge is a dish best served with PCP.
Of course.
So
And
he
everyone knows James Cameron's just absolute distaste for PCP.
But they literally nuked over fucking 60 people with PCP on this set. Like, could you imagine working at an emergency?
But it doesn't sound like
department?
they were having a bad time. They're dancing.
Some people
Well,
were freaking the fuck out. I think
James
some people
Cameron
had to
got
be
stabbed in the
sedated.
face with a pen.
With a
so-
pen.
Yeah, but what-
And just laughed about
What
it.
is PCP? What kind of drug is that?
Buddy? Let's see. I'm
Like
gonna see if
what
I
is
can find-
PC? I know
Hold on. Let me see if we can find a good video.
because people.
of
That's the drug that like,
people on PCP.
People who like they have no
They
like.
like take the taser and they're just like,
Yeah, they have no pain receptors. They could just like lift shit and
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah,
shred
bro.
their tendons, and they don't even care. And
Well, it's a hallucinogen, right?
is that what it is? Like
So
that-
this is when you're going to be going fucking wild on PCP. Like it's
Is that the people you see on the street where they got that, like the rock?
no.
You know what I'm
Okay,
talking
so
about?
you're thinking meth. Meth is when you do the fucking and you're moving and you can't stop and fucking.
No, I'm
shaking
not. I'm
and-
not talking about the people. I'm talking about the people who are standing on the street corner just flailing around, not really doing anything. They whip their jacket, throw it down. They're like, ah.
No, that's meth. PCP
Oh, is
is
it?
like, oh yeah, PCP is like I see a fucking giant lizard and it's coming to kill me.
Oh,
Right? It's hilarious.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a hallucinogen. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
So they all got dosed.
angel dust, right?
Dust.
What's it called? PCP?
Usually they said Rodney King was on PCP when that happened. Like,
Yeah, PCP's called angel dust. It's called
Yeah.
fucking what else do they call it?
I like PCP was a big thing. I feel like when I was like 13,
you don't see
14.
it anymore. You don't
Yeah.
see people don't really use PCP anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
but we also live in a place where like it's very like down. Where down is the most common thing you're going to run into.
Right.
Down and side are the two most common drugs you'll see at the street level.
Hmm.
And heroin and meth.
Yeah.
Heroin and meth. Those are
Or you mix them and you get a goofball. That's legit. That's
like
real.
you shoot them both at the same time
Yeah, a lot of people mix yeah.
or smoke both at the same
But
time.
usually you smoke it. You don't really shoot it usually, but usually.
So you're
smoke
telling
it,
me that guy on the street corner flailing around, whipping all his clothes about, trying to pack his endless suitcase that he keeps unpacking,
like
throwing
when
around.
it looks like they're dancing to like fucking
Yeah.
disco or some shit. That's
Yeah.
meth. That's the meth.
that's
dance,
and that's a
buddy.
downer.
Yeah. No,
There's-
meth isn't a downer.
Oh, I was gonna say because
Down is heroin or fentanyl.
Opioids.
okay, yeah,
That's what they call
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Side is meth.
yeah. We just
What?
well, I don't know why it's called side. Why side?
Yeah. What's side mean? What's that?
Because
Not
the
up?
side effects are fucking crazy.
Oh,
What's up?
I don't know.
Maybe,
I just made that up.
What's up?
I don't know. I don't think we call anything meth or anything up.
Uppers?
uppers. Well, what uppers?
Maybe.
What about
The thing is, like at the street level, it's too expensive. Like a lot of people nobody buys Coke from like junkies don't buy Coke.
all right.
can't
Here's
afford
a
it. It's like,
hypothetical.
that's an
You
expensive
have to
drug.
try one street drug. You have
Heroin.
to.
Heroin
You have to.
all day. If I can get pure heroin, bro.
No,
I see
you
these guys-
don't get a choice. You don't get a choice. You're getting like, this is some sketchy guy. He's like, I'm
We're
going to kill
playing,
you.
we're playing Russian roulette here. You
Yeah,
have
and
no
he's
idea.
like,
could
what
get
do you
anything.
want? I got all these street level drugs. And we're not telling you can't choose DMT.
Oh,
Like,
that's-
you
well,
can't
that's my
choose
first pick.
mushrooms. Yeah, you can't choose those. Like, I'm talking street drugs. What are you taking?
street drugs.
Well,
Yeah, you have
Here,
to.
it's so hard here because it's gonna kill you.
I had a rapper.
Everything's fucking been cut.
I had a
and
rapper-
stepped
Yeah,
on.
like if you say street drugs, like all street drugs now is just fentanyl. Like
everything. No, Dan, you're
Everything is
100%
fentanyl.
right because
I know,
like,
like, it's-
street
everything
level
is
heroin,
fentanyl.
it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
There's
it's
no
all
such
cut
thing
with
as
fentanyl now. Everything's
it's all fentanyl now. It's
Yeah.
all
You know-
fentanyl and stepped on with fucking everything else.
I actually knew a couple of people that became heroin addicts from our high school. I don't want to say their names.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
How they doing?
No, but dude, let's go back to this question. I would definitely, if I could get pure hair. Dude, have you ever, these guys look like they're having the best sleep of their fucking lives. When I'm bringing them in at work and these guys are fucking storing their asses off at 4:30 in the morning.
As I'm resuscitating them, they're right out.
No, they're still breathing, right? Their respiratory rates above fucking, 12, 16. We're happy. Sats are okay. I'm looking at this guy at 4:30 in the morning. I'm like, this motherfucker's living, he's having time of his life.
I've never slept like this
I would kill to be
motherfucker.
sleeping. I would kill to be sleeping right now. Jealous. Sleeping on the sidewalk, like no problem, snoozed. Jealous.
I think I what's the one? Is it crack where you heat up on the spoon?
I believe.
You do that with, you can
do it with heroin too.
Do that with pretty much everything.
Anything. And then you smoke
heroin,
it?
Yeah.
I want to do something off a spoon.
I want to
heating it up on a spoon, you're injecting it normally. I'm pretty
no, don't you smoke something off like with a little glass pipe?
That's a crack pipe.
Oh, no, that's a pipe.
It's like rock pipe.
Yeah. But I want to, as long as I get it heated up on the spoon first. I feel like that's part of an experience.
Hey, listen. Hey, hold on. Stop. We do not encourage anyone to try fucking street drugs.
This is a hypothetical question.
We don't. It's hypothetical. I'm saying if I had to, I feel like to get the whole experience of like the movies and what I've seen, I'd want to heat something up on a spoon. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we could do
a belt out.
Right, get a belt. Yeah.
If
you're gonna go for it, just go right for the vein.
Dan, what are you doing? That's what I want to know. What's
Dan's choice?
What qualifies as street level drugs?
Whatever you want to do, Dan.
No. You just said you don't get to choose.
We're talking meth, heroin, meth and heroin,
crack,
meth and heroin,
crack,
meth, heroin, meth and heroin,
crack. Yeah,
heroin and meth.
Yeah. Which of the big three are you doing? Crack, heroin, or meth?
I mean, stimulant could be fun. Listen, you smoke crack, you get a lot of shit done if you wanted to. If you could be like a proactive crackhead, you could get fucking shit done.
I'm going with crack actually because I had a rapper in the studio, and the reason I had him in the studio is he was being released, and they get credit to do something they love as part of like rehab. So I got money from the government to help this guy. That's nice. He was telling me everything. And I was like, oh, what's your poison? And he's like, crack. And I was like, oh, shit. Probably pretty fun though, right? And he was always, you wouldn't believe. I was like, well. So I'm going with crack. Based on this one.
Yeah, I'd probably have to go with crack because you can smoke crack and still get reelected as mayor of Washington, D.C. So
you can smoke crack and become
mayor of Toronto,
premier of Ontario, or the mayor of Toronto. Yeah, that's right. So your job opportunities do not go down with crack.
Well, it's because it's an upper, it's a stimulant. Houston. You get shit done.
Get shit done. Sounds like
it's a stimulant. You get stuff done.
Yeah,
buddy. People take things that are not that far away to study. Couple molecules away from crack and you're getting straight A's.
Like Adderall? Is Adderall crack?
Yeah.
I thought Adderall was meth.
Stimulants.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Same, but different.
All right. So I don't next pod trip, we're
doing meth.
Crack, heroin, and meth.
Smoking bunch of crack.
It's going to be wild.
It's going to be a great time.
What else are we going to talk about on this power hour other than
Dan's going to get a little scientific and tell us about some possible nuclear fusion that's going to be announced. But we need to grab a beer and we'll be right back.
So tomorrow there's going to be an announcement for a new fusion breakthrough. Yeah. Fusion. And we get Fat Bandrew. Fat Zayden.
Yeah.
No, we got two skinnies and a fat. What
does it matter?
We lean them out.
Well, me and Andrew's fusion isn't that much better because we just get a little bit bigger body, but the same.
You guys didn't do the full dance. You guys just did the thing. You didn't do the.
I was dancing. You missed it. I was dancing.
Yeah, but they didn't. You both had to do that.
No, I didn't.
Fucking blew it. Realistically, there needs to be a Dandrew because we both know how to do the dance.
Yeah, we know how to do the fusion dance.
Where's the earrings?
What I'm hoping though is if we do the fusion dance, that because you have so much beard, it will like go from the head to the, from the middle face to the head as well.
Yeah,
right?
Dan could lose half that.
Cut out here, and mutton chops, and then like up to the
Dan's mustache, it'll just flip, and his mustache will be Andrew's
eyebrows.
Unibrow. It'll just curl up.
That's how we go Super Saiyan. The eyebrows just
flips up, and then into a new full head of hair.
I think that's what they showed Nappa. Nappa, because he's bald. I think he just like has
his beard. Yeah,
his
OT went fucking.
I challenge someone to draw Japandrew, the fusion.
Japandrew fusion?
Japandrew fusion.
We got some good artists. We got some good artists.
The only disappointment is we're not going to get much taller.
No.
You might get shorter.
Might get shorter.
It's like 5.57.
Yeah. But you'll get wider.
3/4.
As wide as you are tall.
We'd be so strong now.
We have a really awesome low center of gravity.
You can lift anything.
Yeah, nobody can move us over.
Solid.
So the United States is announcing a fusion breakthrough. The first time we have had a net gain of energy from a fusion experiment or a fusion reaction.
It's like continuous net gain for a period of time.
Yeah, for like a super short amount of time. But even though it is... Because it still requires an enormous amount of energy to get the thing going, but they said that they got finally just a little bit of energy, more energy out. They got a little bit of energy out.
They got
from actually
20% more energy out than they put in.
Which is like, in terms of just being like a proof of concept or just something is huge.
That's pretty good.
That's amazing. Some optimistic estimates are being people kind of looking at this and saying that we could have fusion power in like a decade. Like we could be free from carbon energy.
We can have it right now. All we do is dance.
Yeah.
Easy.
I'm just like, listen, I'm all for it. Whatever we can do so that corporations don't make me feel like I'm impacting the environment and that I have to drink out of a paper straw or else the oceans are going to overflow.
No, you do a paper straw in a plastic cup with a plastic lid. That's what they're trying to sell you.
Baby steps. Little baby steps. Soon it's going to be those fucking shitty little paper cups that we used to get. Remember the cone ones?
Yeah, they're just soggy at the bottom. The little sipper cup pop. Meanwhile, fucking Spaceos is fucking launching it, flying private planes everywhere. It's like, let's worry about Braden's carbon footprint.
Yeah.
He's a real piece of shit.
Well, that's my thing. I was like, the uber rich, their carbon footprint, I bet. If you take the 1% of like the wealth, their carbon footprint probably fucking dwarfs the rest of the human population.
I'm telling you, Braden's got fucking those methane cow farts. So I don't know about that.
Yeah.
There's just a hole in the ozone wherever he goes.
Yeah.
Right.
Always.
Those satellites that they set up, and they set up that one monitoring program where it's like there's rogue methane emissions. There's like 80% of them are in like Asia and like parts of China, and then it's like one over.
Every time it flashes and beat British Columbia, they're like, that must be some sort of anomaly. Anomalous event.
I agree with
every
Braden,
5 minutes.
I shouldn't be felt to be made to where corporations are paying off politicians to remake the dumping laws where they can just dump everything in a fucking river and then they have to pay a fine. It's like nothing.
Oh, dude,
it's $50,000. Like
oil companies making record profits this last couple years, by a huge margin, and then we just pay more carbon tax. That's all that happens. But we're doing our part. We're doing our part.
Honestly, though, it's to be honest, every time I drink out of a paper straw, the thing goes soggy halfway through a drink, and I'm just like, this is not.
I'm not a big straw guy. I usually just take the fucking top off and just drink it like a drink.
I usually do that too, but they've already given you the straw, so you might as well use it because you've already wasted the straw.
I don't like it.
Can you bring your own cups to these places? They should be able to just
probably not. It's too much COVID in those cups.
Well, yeah, and you don't want to hand them. Like I wouldn't. If I was working there, I'd be like, keep your fucking cup. I won't touch.
I'd be like, if I feel like, I'm like saying if it's like a fountain, even
especially too because you're going to these fast food places. So the people that work there are just like, look at this fucking scumbag.
Well, I probably even
you want bacon? You want bacon too, you fat bitch? You don't need it.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Okay, let's circle back to the fusion real quick.
Yeah, it's a important breakthrough, where it's just now we're
wow. Dan didn't even miss a beat.
No,
Did you
he
take
didn't.
a breath there before that transition? That was impressive.
Perfect.
Sorry, continue.
That was amazing.
Were we not? Was there a joke?
No, it wasn't.
No,
it's just the whole
it was
thing
like he's like, let's continue, and without even there wasn't even a pause.
Yeah,
there wasn't even a pause. It was impressive. You're a professional.
You're a pro.
I forget sometimes.
Yeah. No, this is an important step towards the actual renewable energy, and not the kind that's like, even though actually I was reading an article the other day where it said that, actually today, I think that we have actually gotten to the point where renewable energy sources are being built and produced now, like more than they've ever been, and also they have outpaced other energy sources like this the last couple of years.
Oh, it's accelerating for sure.
And it's like just the fact that it's like not only fusion technology is coming in a way, but like we've gotten solar panels have gotten like over the last couple decade, like exponentially like super cheap. And what was the other one that I saw that the windows, like where people like they have a couple companies working on those actual windows that serve as also not only as like they're transparent, but they're also can function as solar panels.
Dude, so I was thinking about that the other day, like double pane windows, but in the middle you have some sort of like circuit that catches sunlight.
That's
right?
That's what they've been working on essentially. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like that one. And then I've seen the concepts too for it's like, like embedding like photocells, like photoelectric cells, like in paving roads, like paving an actual road. Imagine like the roads, like that one road that runs through the center of Australia. That's like the longest stretch of road. And if that were just like an entire thing was like a solar farm.
Well, they did the solar road. I think it was in France. They did like 1 kilometer. Yeah. But it just got, it got beat to shit. It just couldn't withstand the traffic.
Yeah. It's like the fact that it's like, it's like road technology hasn't even come that far. I feel like we mastered the road technology in like the 50s and 60s.
Well, I'll tell you,
it's not even mastered yet.
Here's the thing though, road technology is like, especially in places that have winter, road technology is only ever going to surpass, like it's never going to surpass plow technology, because anything you put on the road that's raised or anything, snowplow just shears it off.
It's like nothing could take a beating like that. It's just nuts. Like the amount of abuse that roads take. Like
there was a summer that the Coquihalla, they were trying these like little glass bulbs that they embedded into the road. So when you actually drove down the Coquihalla, it like lit up. It looked like a runway. It was amazing, especially at night because it's so dark. Incredible. You were like, this is the future. All roads should have this. First snowfall, snowplow went just like bing, 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 bing. Took them all off.
Them
like
off.
One single thing. So it's like, we got to improve snow plow technology too, or else we're just like the big plows holding back big roads.
You know what? If you could power a road though, let's say you could harvest energy through the road and transmit energy through the road, you could just have a heated road that never collected snow. Boom. Done.
Yeah, cool. Or you just keep it above freezing. You wouldn't even have to heat it, right? Just enough where
that'd be heating it.
Well, you'd have to heat it.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, freezing. Yeah.
Heat it just above freezing. We got a deal. We got a winner.
So now we are on the verge of fusion technology within a decade or so. When do you think we'll get time travel technology?
Oh, God.
In our lifetime.
How far is that?
In our lifetime.
Where would you go back? Where would you go back? That's a hypothetical.
The hypothetical is, can I go back and then come back again? Or if I go back, am I back and I'm not coming back to this timeline?
Oh.
Can I go?
You have to set the time travel rules.
Yeah, I need parameters. That's a tough question.
I'm going to say, shit. That's tough. For this, let's say you
no, you got to be able to come back. Let's talk.
Yeah, okay. You got to come back. Yeah.
You got to be able to.
Yeah.
Got to come back.
You go for a visit, whatever. Elon Musk's like, hey, I built a
now,
here you go.
This is your first trip, not your only trip.
Well, let's say first and only.
First and only trip.
Yeah.
Man, that's tough.
That's too hard.
Where are you going?
Can I go anywhere in the timeline or just my timeline?
Anything.
Just my timeline.
Oh, no, anywhere you want.
I can jump to
anywhere.
Oh yeah, no, I could go anywhere.
I could go to dinosaurs. I go back all the way to dinosaurs.
If you wanted to.
Yeah, and then you never come back.
Go fight a T-Rex, velociraptors.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be
nature's finest killing machine.
You could give us a very selfish answer and just go back just far enough to make a great investment and then come back and be a billionaire.
Nah,
But that'd be
lame.
that's
Legal.
No, you can't make any changes. You just want to witness.
those guys.
something.
You can only
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Can't touch
You can
anything.
Go back and you can only see. Yeah.
Can I be seen, or am I like wearing some type of invisibility cloak when I
No,
go
it
back,
doesn't
and
matter.
not
You
to
can be
affect
seen.
the
You can be
timeline
seen.
of
Yep.
the? I can see. I can see and experience.
Yep.
I'm going back to the Younger Dry's impact. See what really happened, and then I'll write a book with Graham Hancock. We'll sell
Nice.
10 million copies. We'll be doing really good. Imagine it was everything they said. If you watched Ancient Apocalypse yet, just imagine everything they said. Fragmented comet vaporizes the ice caps, causing a global cataclysm lasts 1,000 years. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
That's pretty
A
cool.
little nerdy, but
Super nerdy.
I think I don't know. I'd always want to. I think I would go back to like 1995. Maybe sit ringside in a Mike Tyson,
With
Mike
your
Tyson,
iPhone?
and Peter McNeely. You know, get some clips for the boys. Right
Have your
before I
iPhone
came
out?
back. Yeah. Well, I got to film it.
I mean, that's
Right.
good. I'm
like
fucking,
shit,
hey,
boys. I'm time traveling. Our Snapchat blow up. Look where I'm at. Hurricane. I'm Pete McNeely and Tyson. 95 boys. Woo!
I'm going back to 91.
91.
Not that far back, but oh yeah, 91. Russia. Monsters of Rock. Gonna watch Metallica.
One big show.
Craziest fucking. Oh my god, the biggest show.
Was that the biggest show?
Well, the coolest fucking show. There's like over 1 million people there.
Was there that many?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Imagine being in that crowd in Russia when they're playing Creeping Death and everyone's chanting "Die." Oh, it'd be the greatest.
It wasn't-
in the world.
I just pulled it up. It was not in Russia though, was it? England.
It was Moscow. It was in Moscow.
Monsters of Rock. Castle Donington, England, 80 to 96. Oh,
I'm telling you right
but
now.
also
I'm
branched
fucking-
into other locations. Soviet
Yeah,
Union.
1991, Moscow. There's the video of them fucking playing Creeping Death with the entire fucking crowd chanting "Die." It's one of the greatest things.
Oh, AC/DC, Metallica, Motley Crue.
Yeah, but that's not. Hey, that's the other thing I'd want to go back, because if I go back and watch the original AC/DC, Bon Scott, that'd be amazing.
Like Whole Lot of Rosie.
Like High Voltage, like fucking. Oh, Whole Lot of Rosie's one of the greatest. That's fucking Let There Be Rock, I think, that album. But Bon Scott, no Brian Johnson bullshit.
Dan, where are you going?
Let's see. Where am I going?
Who are you going to meet, Dan?
So where you can look, you just look, right? Or you're
Well, you can
there,
go and
or-
talk, but nothing you do is going to change anything. So you can't go and make a change.
Oh, so you can just go to whatever.
Yeah. So say like you could go to the nuclear blast, the first nuclear blast. You could be talking to
Go
Oppenheimer.
back in time and
but
stop
no-
Braden from deep throating his bottle again.
buddy. I don't waste a drop.
Take with your finger and then.
Okay, next time.
Let's see. I'd go back. I don't know exactly a date, but I'd go back to bubble era, 1980s era, like Japan. Like I would go back to like Akihabara or Shibuya, like 1980s, like
For what? though?
prime
Like,
bubble era.
What's that though? Like,
Fucking party, dude. Like that's the prime.
like we're
that's
talking like
what-
foam parties, or what are we talking about?
We're talking about
Party.
awesome disco parties, like the fucking old school
like
disco
Japanese
stuff, like light up, like
Club
the light up
54?
dance floors, like all that
That's
shit.
like Club
I fucking-
54,
Yeah, man, that's
but in
shit's
Japan.
tight as shit.
So,
Like,
you're
I'd love to go.
so you could do in Japanese Coke, is what you're saying.
The good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They serve it warm.
That's an answer I
Clean.
would have actually. No, that's not too surprising there, Dan. I thought maybe it'd be Thailand though, but
No, bubble era
Well-
Japan. I'd want to go see like a bubble era Japan, like a real disco thing. Like I'd want to see that.
That'd be the dude. That'd be the best. Like honestly, though, think about that. If like, because realistically, say if time travel existed, there'd be no reason why on a Friday night we couldn't travel back into the 70s and go night clubbing and affect
That'd
anything.
be so much fun.
We would affect literally
Buddy, we'd be
nothing.
so fucking cool. We all got chest hair and shit. We'd be awesome.
fit right in.
Dope.
Right?
Yeah.
They'd be like, "This is a new song," and we'd be like, "I love this song. You can tell by the way I
No time.
They're like, "How do you know this?" Be like, "I wrote this.
I wrote it. I'm the producer.
Yeah, forget the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
I did it first.
But like you could, I feel like there's a lot you could do with time travel and not affect anything. Like not affect the stream
that
of
goes
time.
against every time travel movie ever made.
I think a lot of people. I think the funny thing that people like I think that people overlook is like, yeah, it's time travel, but it would also have to be space travel because technically the Earth and the sun are always moving. So if you went back in time, the Earth wouldn't be where you thought it was. So you'd just be like teleport into space, empty space.
Looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger and
your fucking eyes bug out, your blood freezes, and you're dead. Like I don't like. It's just really funny. Like I that's a strange engineering thing. That'd be like, how would you engineer it to be like? How would you detect like exactly?
How would you put your waypoint?
Yeah, you'd have to like
mathematically, it wouldn't be impossible.
No, just
orbits.
If
you were like gonna be, you just throw quantum in there as an explanation if you're doing a sci-fi movie. Yeah, my quantum computer can throw up a time relative predestination simulation that and go ahead and throw you back there exactly where the Earth was at this time. Like, yeah, okay.
It's really a little aspect that they never really. They're like, we're not going to worry about that plot hole.
Oh, no. Nobody really explains it, but it's like, it's I know. I really would love to see.
Or how about
Yakuza Zero? Yakuza Zero is my favorite video game, and it's set in Bulgaria, Japan. It's dope as shit.
What if time travel works something like this in the future, where it's like we physically kind of create. We're like, this can work. We can do this. We figured out scientifically how to do it. Whatever, but you have to make a beacon, right? So it's like we have a waypoint. Boom. So it's basically starting today. Time travel is possible. So tomorrow you could come back today because we have a have a beacon.
Put the beacon in
whenever you develop that beacon, right? Which is like home base. But then time is lost to us from like beyond that point. But whenever that beacon's created, time travel is possible because it's like you go to there. That's where you go. That's where you're sent back. But it's like we have to create that point in time first where it's possible. I've never kind of thought of it that way. I thought that'd be kind of be interesting.
It's like a save point in time.
Exactly, save point. That's exactly what it would be. If we create a save point, this is 100% a simulation. If we create a save point.
That's the same concept from Rick and Morty. It's from Warhammer 40K. There's like
Rick and Morty got a whole episode on it.
It's Mario, man. Once you get to the halfway mark in the level, you can jump through the flag. Saves your game. Save your.
Well,
progress.
That's what in a couple of books I'm reading. Like that's what makes long distance space travel possible. Is like you have a beacon and therefore you're able to enter into the warp, the Imperium, and then you're able to travel because your navigators have something to navigate by and orientate themselves by.
If time travel truly. You don't change the future. You just change a timeline. So if you go back, you basically make a completely new. Timeline wherever you left from still exists and continues on. But when you go back, you're creating a completely different timeline. You would have it where it's like rich people would go back and be like, well, I want to be uber rich. You know what I mean? Like I could pay and come back with all this knowledge and now just control everything. And I'm just going to live my life out being some sort of earth czar because I know all the answers.
So Elon Musk has done this is what you're saying.
Maybe that's the thing, right? Maybe this is
he
one of those
sets a beacon.
Like,
he watches Twitter develop. He goes back in time. This is when he takes over Twitter. He knows what the future already is. He sees it.
Yeah.
So you got to trust Elon in this scenario is what you're saying.
Well, I don't trust anyone that has access to that amount of money. I think they're out of touch. But
he's gone back in time too many times.
As for eccentric
that's what happened to
billionaires,
his body. Every time you go back to fucking, you get warped, you get that big saggy chest.
It's very disproportionate to how it should look.
Super translucent.
Like I know that's probably an unflattering photo to one of him getting out of the pool, but I was like, that's not a normal proportion for a body. No. That looks really weird.
And then all of a sudden you start to have this like weird accent that doesn't make any sense.
It's like not quite South African, but it's not quite anything else.
I'm with Braden where it's like I can't exactly trust a person when they were married to Grimes. Like her, and she left.
You know what's annoying?
I don't know who Grimes.
You know what the most annoying thing about that Grimes thing? She's a Canadian artist. She's she's a musician.
His mom was.
She's like one of those like avant-garde artists, right? Like she's not.
I think she was one of those.
Was she fights with a sword?
No.
On guard?
You know, does she do music or something? She's an artistic
She's
type,
a musician.
like,
she's a singer. Yeah.
Right. She's a singer.
Play with swords.
But you know what? When she was dating,
Shit,
was she
that's
dating
funny.
or married? Well, she's married. So she's married or dating the richest person in the world.
Right.
And she's
they had a
she's a
kid, or
Canadian.
two
She's a
kids?
Canadian.
They have one
She's
kid.
a Canadian artist. And in Canada, we have something called like Factor, which is like grants for up and coming artists.
Sure.
And she won this grant, even though she's dating the richest guy in the world, which like every artist wants because it's like $65,000 to like jumpstart a career. It's like super competitive.
Yeah, it's the fucking.
She's getting that. She's probably getting twice that month in child support.
She won, and everyone's like, "But you don't need $65,000. Like you have unlimited money. You can do whatever you want with music. No wonder you're famous.
Yeah,
you have all the money in the world. You don't."
Elon probably told her to apply for it.
This is how you get rich.
That's what.
This is how you get rich,
unbelievable.
Honey. Yeah, it was everyone. Yeah. Like any independent artist in Canada when that happened, they're like, "So it doesn't matter. You just can be rich, and then you know the right people, and you just get it. You just can get this grant."
Sounds about right.
Yep.
And
there's a certain threshold. I'm pretty sure. Like that's my theory. Is like,
buddy,
more than a theory, but
scumbags.
Once you have enough money, like once you pass a certain threshold, you just money begets more money. Like you just get more money.
You don't
for
pay
whatever.
for things. You go for everything gets comped. You get free shit all the time. Like it's just crazy.
How much is Elon worth?
Well, he's lost 60 billion or something. So
yeah,
well, hasn't lost it yet technically, but
took a big hit.
Did take a hit for sure
Of imaginary money or whatever money he's worth. The fact that it's like as long as he owns Tesla, so you essentially have unlimited money.
I don't know how long
against his brand.
Let's say 2 years.
There's probably
I'm
there was probably a prenup though in that, I would imagine. But she probably still got millions.
Yeah, I'm sure. Interesting.
Well, I'm just like her spouse's support. If he's worth whatever, how many hundreds of billions of dollars, her spouse's support would be just a number that's absolutely ungodly because Canadian law doesn't care about. If she's Canadian law doesn't care about a separation agreement. It's what's in the best interest of the child. So it wouldn't matter. Like he would have to pay the guidelines based on Canadian child support as long as she's living in Canada.
Yeah, but there's probably like a maximum amount of like, all right, after $1 million, like this child's doing pretty good, I think.
$1 million a month.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like she didn't need $65,000.
She ended actually I just looked it up to double check. It was 90,000 she got a grant.
Wow, good for her.
They threw in a little extra.
Like you're gonna get 2 grants. You're gonna get 2 years worth of grants.
Extra money.
That is unbelievable.
It was pretty fun. And she's not very good.
No, she's terrible.
I've never heard of her.
You could go to any open mic in any city in Canada or the States, anywhere, and witness better talent.
I believe it.
Yeah.
She probably is talented in her own way, but that's the thing about music is you don't have to be super talented. You need some good backing.
You need image.
You need image and you need some good
Elon
backing.
Musk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what you really got to do.
So don't go buy Grime tickets, all right? She doesn't need your money.
That's fuck
Grimes.
Unbelievable. She should be making music for free at this point, in my opinion.
She shouldn't be getting government
Just for
grants. That's for sure.
For fun. No.
Yeah, definitely shouldn't be going that's kind of
She should put out albums
weird.
for free. She should be making no money off her music. She's set.
Yeah, just for fun now. You got millions. Or how much, I have no idea.
I still think it's kind of nice that Canada gives you money to do what you love. I find that kind of
only if you're already rich.
Canada supports artists if you're well connected.
Or whatever you said, like the guy who came to your studio after smoking crack.
He had a good time. He loves crack.
Well, he loves crack.
He loves it.
But he also loves rapping.
He loves rapping.
So, I mean,
he's actually pretty good too. I can't name him.
That's nice.
Can't name him after just telling the story, but pretty good.
I heard this guy talking about you smoking crack. Oh, fuck. That's too funny. What else we got for this power hour?
I think that's it. I think that's about an hour.
What hour?
Unless we got anything else tickling the tongue for sign off.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to talk about.
Let us know what your favorite street drug is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hypothetically, you have to. right?
They had to do one.
A guy in a trench coat comes out. He's got a gun. He opens his trench coat. It's just full of street drugs. And he says, you're doing one.
Or you're dead.
What are you doing? What are you choosing?
Hypothetical.
And it can't be rules. It can't grow to the ground. It's got to be completely unsafe, unregulated.
It's got to be cooked in a lab or altered in some way.
Some sort of synthetic.
I feel like there's gonna be a heavily moderated thread on her thing about people just I'm taking heroin. Like
this might be what gets us finally canceled off Facebook. This might be the last straw.
This might see what happens. Get us more than a shadow ban.
Inciting drug use, jail.
Hypothetical drug use.
Hypothetical drug use, for sure.
I just say, yeah. So, other than that, no, let's wrap this one up.
Wrap
this
it
is a
up.
good power hour. Sorry, maybe we'll try to reline up things with Ben Bolin, but he's a busy
guy. He's actually true. He's a true
us,
professional podcaster. He's hard to
He
lock
did,
down.
and he big timed us last minute, so we
big deal.
didn't have anything else prepared.
Just like fucking Elvis, remember?
Yeah. Ben Bolin joins a really small club of people who have stood us up last minute. It now goes Ben Bolin and Elvis. So
pretty good
Ben
list,
Bolin,
though.
you're in good company.
Pretty good list.
You're in pretty good company, Ben Bolin. You and Elvis are the only people that stand us up last minute. We don't hold it against you though. He's a busy guy, it's all good. We've met him. He's good. He's good people. So we won't go too hard on him. Maybe next time.
We'll line it up. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.